North of England has had snow. That means that it's time to put your Christmas trees up. So this is going to be a semi-seasonal episode. Welcome to Words From Our Mouths. Stop laughing at me, James.
You said semi.
Stop laughing at me. Oh, for God's sake. That's my fault. I knew what I said. I didn't control it.
No one can control a semi.
And already he's on to penises.
I didn't say the word penis. You said the word penis. Can I say penis?
Well, what else do you...
Is it
What's
too early?
funny about semi if you're not talking about penis? What do you mean it's too early? People don't listen.
You're not supposed to swear in the first minute.
Right.
Because the
penis
algorithm
isn't a
finds
swear
it.
word.
Oh, no, it's an anatomically correct word.
Exactly.
Anatomically, it's a big word for me.
That is a big word for you. I'm proud of you. How have you been, James?
We haven't actually finished opening. This is the Words From Our Mouths podcast. I'm James, he's Pete.
Oh, yeah, I didn't introduce us. Nobody cares. Nobody listening to us.
Well, I've never
James, how the
introduced
hell
us.
are you?
I'm not bad.
Tell me about your week.
It hasn't snowed.
It hasn't snowed. Yeah, but you're not north. In fact, you're not even north by south standards. So
I'm south by south.
you're north by France standards. That's how far south
No,
we're talking.
to be honest, I'm probably south by a bit of France's standards. I think Calais is further north than me.
Oh, that's gross. Okay. Now, I have a question for you. You don't have to answer.
I have an answer for you.
But okay, no, let me ask the question and then you can
okay.
answer a little bit more specifically. Okay.
7.2.
You were ignoring me on Discord. Did you even hear what I said?
Oh, yes, I was ignoring you in Discord.
You were ignoring me on Discord. I asked you about it. You said you were ignoring everybody. Is it just because of Farm Simulator or is there something else going on?
Well, I wanted a quiet weekend. I couldn't be asked to deal with people. And I was playing Farming Simulator. As we discussed earlier, I have 24 hours in a game that I bought on Saturday morning.
And just to clarify, it is like 8:30 on Monday evening now.
And I have been to work today.
So you've managed to spend 24.7 hours in that period playing video games.
Yes.
There's no explanation for this, James. You are nearly 30 years old.
Farming. I'm not nearly 30, I'm nearly 29.
That's nearly 30.
In 13 days.
You're such a baby. I forget how young you are.
I've got 378 days till I'm 30. I don't like the fact that I can work out.
Why have you counted those days?
Well, because I just said it's 13 days to my birthday and there's 365 days in a year.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that. That's fine. Right.
It's not that
who
hard.
counts 2 birthdays away? What kind of freak are you?
My mum's birthday tomorrow.
So you've had a good week, yeah?
Yeah, it's been okay.
Oh, that's good. As long as you're not, going through anything. I chose to discuss this on podcast so everyone's aware of your mental state. You're okay.
So if I jump through a window, it's not your fault. That's what you're trying to... Well, no, jump through a window is not
Well, you regularly jump through
If
windows,
I jump off a bridge,
I can't really...
If I jump off a bridge, it's not your fault. Is that what you're trying to do? Just
No,
abstain yourself from blame if I commit suicide.
No, because if anyone's going to drive one of us to kill ourselves, you're going to drive me into it, if anything.
You're the one that keeps bringing up semis.
What? There's just no connection to any of these things that we're saying, James. This is literally just words from our mouths.
We're on fucking brand then.
Yes, the boys. Okay, so your week's been fine. My week's been fine. I've just been at work. In fact, I was ill just before the weekend.
Yeah, what was this you
Anyone
had about
cares.
man flu?
Yeah, man flu. Oh well, of course. It's the time of the year when men typically suffer from man flu.
Did you know man flu is a thing?
Yeah, only because we make
No,
it a thing.
it
Let's
is
be honest.
a scientifically proven thing.
Okay.
Women
Citation needed.
Women as a whole have a stronger immune system than men. So there are some colds that we can catch that women cannot catch. Therefore, that is man flu, and everybody knows it is much worse than any other cold.
All right, I would take man flu over pushing a baby out my knob. So, I would still say that we're being drama queens. Just because we catch a different strain of cold.
But, I mean, I don't know about you personally, but my penis is not that big, the whole. My penis isn't that big, to be honest.
In fact,
but
I've got an innie.
I have a negative penis.
This took a strange turn. I didn't put man flu in the topics section to turn into penis talk. But then again, I just remember who I'm talking to.
There was something I saw online on some fucking banner ad on a website that I probably shouldn't have been on.
Was it single mums in your area?
No, they're normal. But it was something to do with the fact that a surgical penis extension is possible because every man has up to 3 inches inside them, like of the muscles and all that lot. And I'm thinking, there's more inside than outside.
There's double inside than there is outside. I feel ripped off here.
If I pull hard enough, will it come out?
Oh, for God's sake! Oh. I hate everything that's happening right now. I've been recording. We've not this hasn't all made it into the podcast, but I've been recording for 6 minutes and 34 seconds, and I've hated 5 minutes and 43 seconds.
We discussed earlier that you'd rather see my penis than my feet.
No. Right, that was not okay. Technically, what you're saying isn't wrong, but what the choice was. No, hang on a second. I didn't. I said I'd rather see the skin than your penis. No, you just twisted everything that got said, and then I just confirmed what you said incorrectly. I hate this. This is why you asked me to do it at 8 o'clock on a Monday night, isn't it?
All
you started at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Is it you want to see my penis?
20 hours into the day. No, nobody wants to see your penis, James.
I know, which is why I'm alone.
There we go. At least we're agreed on that one. Oh, God. I can't believe I put man flu in for this.
To end up on my penis.
Oh,
can we just talk about it for an hour?
Worst phrasing. That is the worst phrasing you could have chose for that.
To end up on my penis.
Yeah, that. Oh dear me.
Would you prefer me to say end up discussing my penis? I feel I've said penis a lot on this podcast.
And if you think you've said it a lot, that must be a lot by your standards, which is a fucking lot.
Penis.
Can we move on?
You can move on to it if you want, but
no, right, get out. This has been Words From Our Mouths.
No,
this is the
stop
shortest
trying to end the
podcast
podcast early. We probably should mention why the last podcast you said that in isn't available. Because somebody broke his audio.
Yes, somebody did break his audio.
Oh yeah, it was me.
Exactly.
Yes, the reason there wasn't a podcast last week, which Pete also tried to end after like 5 minutes of recording because I said something inappropriate in his opinion, was because my audio just goes for about an hour straight.
I'm so glad you blessed everyone's eardrums with that. You know, people listen to these quite loud.
It's because I make
We've
them
not
really
exactly
quiet.
got the voices for it, but people use them as like an ASMR. Is it AS? What's the organisation of the letters?
ASMR. I don't know what it stands for.
Oh, I got it right. Yeah.
What does it stand for?
I don't know. Audio sensory memory recovery. I don't know. I don't actually have a clue.
Autonomous sensory meridian. Oh, that's the word, meridian. Response.
Meridia's Beacon. That's a Skyrim reference.
Autonomous sensory meridian response. I don't get those videos. Especially there's one that keeps coming up on whatever. Probably YouTube. No, Facebook. Even on Facebook. So I scroll through videos on Facebook of someone just crunching an apple and I just want to punch them.
You see, that's the point.
No,
right,
stop!
Again, you're blessing everyone's eardrums with these fantastic sound effects. That's the point. That's the point of contention with them, isn't it? Though, so some people absolutely adore to have that sound in their ears, whereas other people, if they're even just aware that someone's chewing within a 10-meter radius of them, all they want to do is pull their eyes out and stuff them up their own anus.
All of the ASMR videos of any sort annoy me. That's not true. There's one I like, which is really sad, but it's the sound of tools being used, like
so you like to listen to work when you're not at work.
Yes, it's fucking appalling, isn't it?
It is actually quite appalling. Yeah,
it's like
that's like me listening to burgers
fires.
Being flipped.
Yeah, I can't stop watching TikTok videos of people working in Mackey's.
Why?
I really like the sauce measurer things you guys use.
Measurers?
Yeah, but they just squeeze it and it puts the perfect amount out, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a fantastic
Can you
job
get me
because all
one?
the thinking is done for you. I don't know, maybe. But what would you use it with? You need the tube that would match it.
I can put a bag in there and squeeze it full of ketchup.
Okay.
Well,
you mean the ketchup gun?
Yeah. Well, what do you think?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the metal sauce guns, which put the Big Mac sauce on.
No, ketchup.
Okay. Well,
the only valid sauce. What is the only valid sauce in your opinion?
The only valid sauce?
Let's discuss condiments on Words From Our Mouths podcast. Brought to you by James.
We might as well.
Pete
We've
Smells.
discussed your penis for 40 minutes.
Well, back to my penis if you want, but I offered you a different way out.
I'm happy with condiments. I'm sorry. Okay, so when you said the only valid sauce, you said ketchup.
Yes.
There are places in Britain where you would hang for that statement.
I don't mind mayo on like a chicken burger or something like that, but generally ketchup.
Mayo can get fucked.
There's very few meals I won't have ketchup with.
I would never have mayonnaise. I don't.
Well, what about
I'm
tuna mayo?
hiccuping and burping. No, I don't like tuna either, so
Egg
that's
mayo?
definitely out. No.
Egg mayo's good.
No, anything with mayonnaise in it is dreadful. Like, this is a problem for me, though, because I don't like cheese, I don't like mayonnaise. Now, if you go
like
to any
cheese?
supermarket... I don't like... No, okay, there's a reason I don't like cheese, and it's not what you think. I'm not just like, you don't like cheese, it's mouldy cow juice, blah, 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 which it is, quite frankly. But the reason I don't like cheese is not because I just object to it, it's because the bacteria in my mouth reacts differently to cheese than what it's supposed to. So I don't get the same tastes out of cheese that you do.
Well, your face is wrong.
Yeah, my face is wrong. My face is completely incompatible with cheese.
See, that's the best thing about it coming to Christmas is all the Christmas cheeses come out.
No, what does Christmas cheese mean, James?
Like
You put
Stilton and
tinsel in it?
cranberry. No, they put like cranberries in it. You get Stilton and
Yeah,
cranberry.
but you can get that any time of year.
Not as easily.
Yes, definitely as easily. You
get
just don't look for it
You
until
get Stilton
Christmas
with
comes.
fruit and like Wensleydale with fruit, but they're just more easily available during Christmas.
Break out the Christmas cheeses. Do they all like get shaved out of Michael Bublé's tuxedo? Is that where it comes from?
It's supposed to be, he has been defrosted again.
Him and Mariah Carey they're all on the way out now.
They're both of them. They look at their bank accounts. It's like coming up to November. Like shit, I'm getting fucking. Oh, it's Christmas. The money goes straight up again. Last for another year.
You know what? If I could do that, if I could just make a Christmas #1, something that would subsidise the entire year.
We should make a Wordsfromourmouths Christmas song.
And how would that go, James?
Badly.
Don't
Neither of
sing.
us can sing.
Okay. Speak for yourself. I'm a phenomenal singer.
I've heard you sing. No, you are not. I think you were singing on the last podcast, actually, which is even worse for losing the audio. I got your audio still.
I was singing on the podcast. I don't think I was. I sang in our stream, didn't I?
Oh, it was in
when
the
we were
stream you were
playing-
singing, so yeah.
When I was doing the prison jobs. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Anyway, so other Christmas things. You get Christmas cheese, you get Christmas desserts as well.
Okay.
Try and
I'm
find
on
me a
board with
Yule log
Christmas
the rest of the year.
desserts. A Yule... Well, okay. A mini roll is a Yule log, let's be
No,
honest.
it's not.
A mini roll is a Yule log.
No, it's different.
Change my fucking mind. The same way that dogs are wolves.
Dogs are not wolves.
I think we have a podcast where you say the exact fucking opposite.
Shut up. I'm allowed to contradict myself.
Okay, that's how it works now. No, Yule logs are mini rolls are
Also
Yule
not,
logs.
because I had mini rolls for lunch today and I had Yule logs for dinner today.
Oh, well, you
Not
had
for dinner, I had them
you
after
just
dinner.
Mini rolls. Yule logs are big mini rolls, so when mini rolls grow up,
Because I had the mini.
turn
I
into
had the
Yule
mini Yule
logs.
logs.
you plant your mini roll in the ground.
But there's cream
you
in a mini
water
roll.
it.
There's no cream in a Yule log.
It's because the cream turns to chocolate.
But I
as
had
it
mini
gets
Yule
older.
logs today. So they're the same size
Okay.
as a mini roll. So you can't taste the grown-up
Were they in
version
the
because
mini
it's the
roll
same size.
packaging,
No, they were in the Yule log packaging.
but they're a mini roll.
No, it's a Yule log. The mini rolls have well, the mini rolls I might have raspberry jam
Okay,
in them as well.
tell me what it consists of.
Chocolate and cake and deliciousness.
Okay, and what does a mini roll consist of?
Chocolate, cream, cake and deliciousness. And
Now,
raspberry
you can
jam.
have a Yule log with cream.
No, but then you're adding the cream to it. Which
Well,
is
no,
what I
sometimes
did
you buy
actually.
them with cream. If you get one from Asda, they do this lovely one. It's got gold
Asda's.
sugar on it. Asda.
Asda's.
No, you don't go to all Asda. No, this is a point of contention for me as well. You don't go to all Asdas at once. I'm just nipping to Asda's. All of them.
It
You go to all of them. You
really
prick.
annoys the guy at work because I say Asda's, Tesco's, Sainsbury's. No, Asda's.
Sainsbury's is fine.
Sorry,
because
no.
that's its
This
name.
is where the problem comes from. I say Asda's, Tesco's, Morrison's, but normally I just say Sainsbury. I don't always pluralise Sainsbury's, even though it's supposed to be pluralised.
Okay, Morrison's is pluralised
Is it?
anyway as
Oh,
well.
okay.
So,
We
yes.
don't have that down here. We're not posh enough.
You think Morrison's is... Have you ever been to Morrison's, James?
Yeah, I do. We do actually have a Morrison's. We have a
Okay, it's not
Waitrose soon.
posh.
They're opening a Waitrose up.
Waitrose, now that's posh. If you do your big shop at Waitrose, I expect you to drive a Tesla and drink orphan tears in the
I would
morning.
like to drive a Tesla, please. They're fucking fun. I've driven a Tesla.
I'm
really
sure you
quick.
have. Oh, I drive cars. I fix cars. I love
We
cars.
don't fix
cars,
electric
cars,
cars. I ain't touching that. I don't want my
Because you
hands
don't
fucking
need to, because they're so
electrocuted.
reliable.
They still have brakes that wear out and suspension that wears out.
I was trying to be an advert for electric cars.
Yeah,
Look
well,
after the
you're a
planet,
shit
everybody.
advert.
I am
See-
a very shit advert.
Here's an argument. Okay, we have this argument a lot at work actually about electric cars at the minute because well, we're working on cars and they get discussed. So, to drive a car, you put petrol or diesel in, a fossil fuel of some sort, and you turn the key, explosions happen, and you move forwards. Correct?
Correct.
Now, an electric car, you plug it in, they take it out, and then you move forward.
Yes.
But where's the electric come from?
Fossil fuels being burned in another place.
Now, is that not the same thing?
Yes and no.
No. Because petrol engines are like 18% efficient on what you could get
I was
out of
going to
fuel.
say, yeah, your petrol engine is nowhere near as efficient.
Power stations
as
like
your
99%
power station.
efficient. Yeah, they don't waste
Yeah.
it. They waste very
And
little of
also,
it.
your electricity energy can be stored for a lot longer.
What's that got to do with the price of fish? You're still making it by burning fuel. It doesn't matter if you store it first.
Well, no, but it's like if you burn that energy, then it's burned. Whereas if you...
But
like
if you
said,
burn
it's
the
more
energy to
efficiently
store it, it's still burnt.
But if it's more efficiently created and then stored, it's better.
Yeah. Sure, we'll go
That
for
was
that.
the point. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't really put that across very well.
No, not at all.
No, but somebody was trying to have this argument with me a while ago, and I was trying to explain how it is so much better to make the power in mass production like that than it is to just burn it individually in cars, and they were having none of it. And it was just like, well, what? Why do you think cars on the road are such a problem being polluted? And then the idiot had the audacity to have a go at me and say, well, planes and ships are still going to use fuels. That's the point. If only them are using it, it's going to be much less of an impact than us using it to get to fucking Burger King, isn't it?
Or you could pay someone to bring you Burger King and then you're not burning any fossil fuels.
The same amount of fossil fuels is being burned, James.
Not if they do 2 drops at once.
I don't think they're allowed to do that.
Yeah, they are.
No, it's not for us. It's a policy that they're only allowed to take one at a time because the second order will go cold.
I know. Quite often it will say on my app when I order stuff, it will say so-and-so's on the way. You can't track them yet because they're going to a different order first.
Oh.
I also want to know, has someone ever held up a delivery driver by following them on the app? They must have done.
What do you mean held them up?
And like, so they say you see they're coming towards your street, so you get your mates to stop them beforehand, nick the food, and they claim you haven't got your food, and then you get your money back. And
you're trying to get a scam out there, aren't you? This is what you do.
I don't do it because that sounds like a lot of effort.
This is what you do. You get people to rob poor delivery drivers.
I mean,
They don't earn a lot of money, James.
I used
And
to
they
do
get
it.
in
I know
trouble
how
if
much
that sort
they
of thing happens. It's not much, is it?
It's not as bad as some of them make out.
No, but it's not like a fancy pants job, is it?
Have you ever wondered why half the time if you use apps like Uber Eats and Deliveroo and all that lot, it shows them coming on a bike but they turn up on a car? Do you know why they do that?
So they don't have to change the icon to a bike or car each time.
Uber Eats and Deliveroo would like your proof of insurance if you're going to use a car. So you have to have special insurance when you're delivering food. You can't just use your normal
Business
insurance.
insurance.
It's not just business insurance. Not all business insurance covers deliveries.
Oh.
So a lot of people get it wrong. So, but if you put down as you're a bike, you haven't got to do any of the interviews or anything like that. They just go, here's a bag, off you fuck.
Oh. Rude.
So what a lot of them do is they say they're a bike and then drive a car, so they haven't got to get insurance. So half the time when your food's being delivered, they don't have valid insurance.
Yay, illegal food deliveries.
But it's good. But obviously you get paid less if you're a bike. Well, I think they changed that. You used to get paid less if you're a bike.
Why would they pay you less if you were a bike?
Because cars can do the longer deliveries.
Okay.
You earn less, should I say. It works out more efficient to be taking the car deliveries, the longer drops, because they pay more. Like for the first mile, say they pay 50p. For the second mile, they'll pay 75p extra, so it'd be like 125 and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
So the further you go in, the more you can earn.
Well, I didn't know that part. What I did know is that I've never met an unkind Uber delivery driver.
I have. I had a guy come on Sunday morning because I'd been up farming most of the night, woke up early and wanted Mackie's breakfast. And he sort of just knocked on the door and went, "Here," and just like threw it at me and walked off. I'm like, "Oh, morning!" Fucking miserable prick. You're not getting a tip.
The one who didn't have any sleep. You
No
don't
tip.
tip him anyway.
You can tip them on the app.
Oh, can you? I don't know. You see, I was just about to say my experiences from the restaurant end of things, not the actual.
Oh, I
don't really order a lot from Uber. Well, if we do order, it's usually Charlotte who does it, and then she answers the door.
So you can give them a tip in person, obviously, but you can also tip via the app as well. And I always tip.
Well, every time I've spoken to one, and because I usually pass the order to them and say bye-bye, have a safe journey, whatever. They've all been lovely, wonderful people. Salt of the earth, the backbone of our society. Uber drivers, unite. You don't deserve the abuse you get.
Do they get much abuse?
Yeah, they do, actually. Like, when they're stood waiting for when they're stood waiting for orders, customers will be harassing them sometimes. It's not often. I'm not like they just...
Right, so if you live in a nice part of the country, we don't tend to harass our delivery drivers.
Well, I don't live in a nice part of the country. Yeah, there's a slight problem with my view of society and the fact that I do live in the pits.
Do you put gravy on your Mackey's orders?
There is no gravy at McDonald's.
Would you if you could?
Yes.
Are you one of these people that would dip chips in a milkshake?
No, that
it's
drives me
fucking
mad.
good.
No, that's a southern thing then. You're getting piss off with that.
One of my exes used to do chicken nuggets in the milkshake. That was weird.
Is that why it's
That's
one
a bit
of your
far
exes?
for me. It might be one of the reasons, to be honest.
Ugh, gross. No, that's the same as putting mayonnaise on everything. It's just stop putting mayonnaise on
Wait,
everything.
we never discussed condiments.
That's your fault.
It probably is. Ketchup for me is the best condiment. The only thing I don't have it on pretty much is a roast and a steak or pasta.
I'd put it on pasta.
Nah, I tend to make my pasta sauce nice, so I don't have to. I wouldn't put it in soup either.
Why would you put any sauce on soup? What's the point of that?
I made soup today.
Excuse me, I coughed. Will you edit that out?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, I fuck.
Sorry, everybody.
But yeah, I made a potato and leek soup today.
I'm more of a fan of brown sauce than I am ketchup.
See, brown's okay on a bacon sandwich sometimes.
Sometimes. If you're not having brown sauce on your bacon sandwich all the time, why?
If I had no ketchup, I'd go for brown, but I'd prefer the ketchup.
Okay, when we come to talk about sauces, it's something you need to understand. Ketchup is like the baseline basic sauce. Like, if you've nothing else available, you throw ketchup on it because you can't have it dry.
I have desk ketchup. There was always ketchup on my desk because I eat at my desk.
That's just something a fat guy says, James.
Listen. Desk ketchup.
I didn't hear that. That'll come through on the podcast.
It will come through on the podcast, yeah. But because I eat at my desk, I have ketchup at my desk because ketchup shouldn't be kept in the fridge, and it only should be Heinz. All other ketchup.
Okay, so Aldi do a range of sauces, and they're fantastic. There's these I can't remember what they're called. I haven't been to my fridge, but I've forgotten the name. They're like barbecue sauces, and there's like a smoky barbecue, barbecue bacon, or something like that. Amazing stuff, absolutely fantastic. And also, there's a garden centre nearby. And you've got this, I don't know what it's called, it's just this range of like jams, jellies and spreads and stuff. And they do this Piri chutney jam that is just amazing on everything. It's really spicy and really, really strong. So you only need a little bit. But put that on a bacon and sausage sandwich, that's a pie in your pants and your mouth all at the same time.
See, I do like...
I'm salivating thinking about it.
I do like other sauces, and I will, like certain things I'll have barbecue, or I'll have sweet chili or mayo, even though you're going to shout at me now. Sometimes I'll use salad cream. I don't really like mustard. Never really like mustard.
Oh, I quite like mustard.
I don't mind American style on a burger, but generally, unless it's at like a fast food place where the order is put it on, I don't have it.
No, I will choose mustard sometimes.
I don't like horseradish. Apple sauce on roast pork.
There are only a few things that I will choose to put ketchup on, though.
Like?
So, like a hamburger.
Yeah, so I have it on there anyway.
But then I would choose ketchup sometimes if I'm in the mood for it. It wouldn't be my go-to sauce, though, because again, it's just the basic, like... Oh,
see, for me,
else.
ketchup's the go-to.
Like when you make toast, what do you put on it?
Butter.
Yeah, exactly. That's your baseline toast. Then you can go mad. You could put jam. You can put sausage. You can put whatever you want on it. Marmalade. I fucking love marmalade.
Jam and butter. Sausage.
No, not and. Like, oh, you know what I mean?
But they're still not on the same level. I expected you to go
No, but
jam
you know what I
or
mean.
Nutella or marmalade, not jam or sausage.
Yeah. No, my
Always
mind's on
sausage
sausages,
over
and I'm
jam.
not going to say it's not partially to do with the
Penis!
penis conversation before. Yeah. Okay, so butter is the baseline topping for toast, whereas ketchup is the baseline sauce for things. It's run of the mill. There's always
good.
ketchup in the house.
But it's good.
Is it good or is it passable?
No, it's good. I like it.
It's a better alternative than having dry bacon on toast.
But, like,
that's
for
just
argument's
horrible.
sake, we'll go for a stupid one. Chicken nuggets and chips.
Yeah?
They're cooked in the oven. I would rather have ketchup than any other sauce.
Oh no, I'd rather have barbecue for that.
See, this is what I'm saying. For me, it's not a baseline. It's my favourite.
In fact, no, if I've got the choice, I'd rather make it with beans because the tomato sauce that comes with the beans is superior to ketchup.
Yeah, see, what I do then is I'd eat the beans first, soak a bit of the bean juice up, and then put ketchup on.
Bean juice is just amazing.
I had spaghetti hoops on the weekend.
Wow, that's a blast from the past. I've not
Because
had that
I'm
for
6.
years.
They're not as good as they used to be.
I did have a tin of meatballs. That was an experience.
I don't think I've ever had
They're not very
meatballs.
good, James. They're not very good. I used to love them as a kid, but they're just not.
I've got to go to IKEA soon.
Now there you can get good meatballs.
With jam.
What are you getting from IKEA? You said you were building your next desk, so it's not a desk.
Oh no, I need to get some shelves. Well, some boxes to put on some shelves. Because currently all my clothes are in a basket next to me because my wardrobe broke.
How did you break a wardrobe?
It's like, you ever been to B&M and they've got the really cheap fabric ones that are just like metal sticks?
Why?
Metal sticks.
Why are you using one of those? Are you some sort of nomad?
When I moved back from Wales, when I moved out from Plymouth and I moved to Wales, I got rid of all my old furniture because I didn't need it. I got to Wales because where I was staying initially, there was already furniture then. I was going to buy my own place and buy new furniture. Well, I lost my job the day before we were going to sign on buying the house. So then I came back to Plymouth, but I'd already got rid of all my furniture. This was about 3 years ago. I just not bought any
bags.
I needed some. I just lost my job, so I couldn't afford to buy decent furniture. So I needed something cheap. It's not a fabric bag. It is a wardrobe shape. It's got like metal rods and stuff that you push together. But it was from B&M for about 20 quid.
You're a wardrobe shape.
Yes,
I set up this entire podcast to get you with that. Wardrobe shape, tick it off my list.
After about 3 years, I'm just ignoring that. It's starting to struggle. I put it all back together last week. Put all the drawers in. It looked great. I went out of the room, came back in, and half the drawers had fallen out again. I'm like, for fuck's sake. So yeah, now my clothes.
That's a recipe for frustration, is what that
now
is.
I'm just living out of washing baskets. I bought more washing baskets because it's easier.
I have 3 boxes of old clothes that I don't wear at the top of the stairs.
I have very few old clothes these days because with moving to Wales and stuff, and I moved up in a car. I managed to get rid of 90% of them.
But I don't wear a lot. I wear the same 4 t-shirts on rotation and the same 2 pairs of jeans. Outside of that, the 2 pairs of jeans are identical as well. I bought them at the same time.
I've got 3 pairs of identical
outside of
jeans.
that, I wear my work stuff. I'm currently wearing pajamas, which I wore from the instant I got home.
Did you get home at like 10 o'clock?
2 o'clock. Come on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You will be. That's
I'm not.
an insult to my work ethic.
I'm not in any way sorry.
No, well, just you wait until I get my hands on you, young man. I'm making this like more enjoyable for you, and I'm going to stop right now.
Are you going to touch my penis?
No, James, stop bringing it back. You know what? This podcast episode is now called Penis.
But I say, before you say stop bringing it up, it is always up for you, babe.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, my child?
Do you know... Listen, dear viewers and listeners. I always say viewers. Shut up! No, this is my turn. Shut your fucking mouth for just 2 minutes, right?
No, this is a podcast. We need to keep talking.
Yes, well, I'm going to keep talking. Okay.
I'll have a nap.
So for anybody who gives a flying fuck,
Nobody.
James often speaks to me outside of this podcast about what he wants to do when we reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
We're gonna buy
And he
boats.
thinks that the things that spout from his mouth are worthy of any attention from anyone other than fuck himself.
If this video goes absolutely viral now and gets 1 million views, you're going to feel bad, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to feel bad, but I am going to kill myself.
Can I live stream it?
Yes. Yes, you can. I am happy for you to just be glorified in my death over the fact that...
That is...
Go on.
Going on YouTube proof that we can live stream your death.
This is all in counterpoint to what we said a few podcasts ago, where if you are having suicidal thoughts, this isn't a joking matter, really. You know, we're making light of this, but
I
this is a
didn't
real
say
thing.
your suicide. I just said your death. It could be in.
All right.
40
Great.
years.
So you're going to kill me. You're going to get
No.
my channel to 100,000 subscribers, and then you're going to kill
I
me.
didn't say that's when I'm going to kill you. I said, can I live stream your death? And you said yes. So it could be in 70 years. It won't be,
All
because
right.
I've seen how you eat, but...
I was going to say 70 years. Jesus.
You'd be
I'll be lucky if I
100.
make it another 10.
Oh, I need you a bit longer than that. We need to get the podcast famous first.
Yeah, well, good luck with the content that we run.
Just get it enough off the ground that I can coast off without you.
All right.
You can be my training wheels.
I would still feel like I was so used. If you end up
Well, you
getting
wouldn't
famous
feel
off
like
the
used
back
'cause
of
you're
my
dead.
work. All right, yeah, that's fair. I won't feel anything.
You'd
The
probably,
sweet release of death.
You'd probably still feel hungry and annoyed at me.
Actually, you know what actually really annoys me is that when I've been putting the YouTube stuff together, my more successful stuff is the stuff that involves you, and I hate it.
Because
I absolutely hate it.
I am just amazing.
No, well, in your opinion.
And I
don't have a...
in my opinion,
that makes
the
it
only
sound
opinion
like...
that matters is my opinion, so I'm fine.
Right, well, that's very self-centered of you, James, you prick.
Yeah, but it makes me feel happy.
A lot of things make you feel happy that shouldn't, you dirty little pervert. The reason that I say
called out
this
a
isn't
bit
because
there.
I have a... The reason I say
I'm
this isn't
feeling
because
a
I have a
little
high
bit called
opinion.
out.
Okay, just settle down. I don't have a particularly high opinion of my own content. That's not why I'm saying this. It just annoys me that that you draw in more viewers than I do.
It's because I'm entertaining. Because the videos you're trying to do are Oblivion on an 87-year-old game that nobody cares about anymore, but you.
We just played Portal that came out in the same bloody year, I'm sure.
Did it? It can't
know.
have.
The second one, definitely not, no. But you see what I mean? It's an old game. Although, to be fair, the ones with me and you get more attention, but they're also the videos that are putting the most effort into.
Because
Don't let
I'm
that
there.
fool you, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm quite certain that the people listening to this have also watched my YouTube stuff. Why else would you be here? I'm the big name here.
Only because I don't make YouTube videos. I'm too good for it.
And if you did make them,
I'm just
it's
too
yet
good
to
for
be
it.
seen how yours would turn out yet.
I don't have time. I started doing it. I got about 5 minutes into it. Portal came a year a year after Oblivion. Therefore, Oblivion's old and Portal's got you.
Okay, fair
I will
enough.
start singing the song again.
What song? No. I didn't ask that. I didn't ask that question. That will be stricken from the records of time. That never left my lips.
This was a triumph.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, we
No.
had like 4 hours of this.
It was not
And then you
4
got
hours.
the chat joining in. It was because it dragged on till after you left the stream. I was playing on my own. And then you got the fucking text-to-speech lady singing out the whole fucking song. And some other fucker joined in as well. Just in case you're not sure who I'm talking about you, Tanker. I don't even know if you listen to this. I don't even know if you're even aware there's a podcast. But I'm calling you out right now.
You're so aggressive about
You,
it.
James, and Jill, and that text-to-speech bot. I'm going to delete everything I've ever done online.
I turned that bot on for me to play with it, you realise?
Yeah, I know. You did everything admin-wise on my stream. I'm here taking the credit of saying, like, oh, I
Hang
can't
on,
believe
yeah.
James posting all the viewers and I do all the work editing the videos. Pete, you wouldn't be able to stream at all if it wasn't for me. Whatever. Suck a dick. I don't
am
care.
key to your limited success.
I'm glad you put the word limited on there, because success is definitely not the right word. Although, I think that bothers you more than it bothers me. You're the one that goes on about us getting famous.
You got to aim high.
I don't want to aim for anything. I just want to enjoy myself.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that in modern society.
You absolutely are, because
No,
I
you're not.
do. You see, when we reach
Yes,
in
because
another
you're
half
so
an hour
normally
or so,
accepted in modern society, aren't you? You're not a pariah or anything like that.
All right, just because I've got no friends, there's no reason to bring that up right now.
I'm not going to lie, I just wanted to use the word pariah.
But you'll notice, social piranha. So you'll
Nyang,
notice in
nyang,
about
nyang, nyang.
30
Piranha.
minutes time. In about 30 minutes time, you'll start plugging social medias and pages and email addresses and stuff like that. And I will be sat there quietly saying, don't do that.
I will
Don't
state
do any
you
of that."
tried to plug the Instagram on one of them and made me have to set up an Instagram account.
You see, this is how bad I am at it, because I thought we had an Instagram.
We do now, I don't use it, but we have the name saved for when we get famous.
Check out our MySpace.
I don't think it still exists anymore, does it?
Actually, yeah, I checked the other day. It's still going.
Why did you check? I never used MySpace.
I used MySpace when I was at school, and I had a bright orange page that played songs on when you went onto it.
I used Bebo.
Okay. Were you a 13-year-old girl at the time?
Quite possibly.
Okay, that's fine.
Everyone in my school and all that, none of us used MySpace. Bebo and MSN.
I used it, MSN. Everyone used MSN.
MSN Messenger.
That was the only thing you did when you were sat at the computer as a kid. You just log onto MSN and you just stare at the people you want to talk to, wishing they'd talk to you first. You never open a conversation.
No, I used to open conversations, so I used to talk to people.
Actually, I just realised who I was saying that to. You would definitely open the conversations. You're that kind of guy, aren't you?
Yes, a social person.
You're the kind of guy who goes up to a barmaid, leans on the bar, orders your drink, and then says to the barmaid, "So do you come here often?"
I don't think I've ever done that.
But you're going to now, aren't you? You just wrote
Oh,
that down. I heard the pencil.
I can't write.
Especially not in English.
Especially drunk. I can't get in a taxi and not say, "So you having a good night, mate?"
Oh, yeah, because the taxi driver's had a belter. You know what?
He's
He's on his way home from his night out as well.
Or you having a busy night, mate? Or
I don't
busy
know.
tonight, or something like that. I just can't not say it.
The last time I got a taxi was like 2015.
It's been a while for me actually as well. I've ever told you the story about when I sat on the taxi driver's lap in Tenerife.
No.
We'd gone over to Tenerife, obviously. We were there for a week.
So you sat on a taxi driver's lap in Tenerife whilst you were in Tenerife. Oh my God. Next story.
I'm setting the scene.
Okay.
And while we'd gone there, it was my cousin's birthday. We always try and plan our trips around her birthday because it's an excuse to have a trip. And so yeah, we were in Tenerife.
I've heard worse reasons.
And we went out to an Argentinian steakhouse, I think, for a meal. It was really nice steak. I can remember that much.
But you were still in Tenerife.
We were still in Tenerife. But
you weren't
also,
in Argentina.
We had a lot of margaritas. I don't know why. It just became the drink of the night. We must have had like 10, 11 margaritas each.
I would eat 10 or 11 margarita pizzas.
Not pizzas, the cocktails.
Damn it.
And they definitely didn't charge us for them because the bill came out. I think the margaritas were supposed to be like €8 each. The bill came out. We had a 3-course meal each. And I said probably 40 drinks between the four of us. And the bill was like €150. I'm like, oh, I'll pay that and we'll leave quickly before they realise.
Wow. That happened once, not to me specifically, but when I was younger, my family and another family all went out for a meal. I think there was a third family there, actually. There was a lot of us. And when the bill came over, one of the dads sort of paid it really quickly and just told everyone to, come on, we've got to go now. And so we all rushed out, and none of us knew what was going on, really. And so we all rushed out, and everyone was saying to him, how come you just paid? What's going on? He said, well, they didn't charge us for any of the bastard drinks, so we'll split a smaller bill. Get in the fucking car and go.
Go. But, while we were in this restaurant, there were flamenco dancers, which was...
Flamingo dancers?
Flamenco.
What's a flamenco dancer?
Well, like the castanets, and they're not often the women are in quite flowy dresses and they're spinning. Very Spanish style dancing.
Okay.
It's called flamenco. And I can remember there was this magician / mime, didn't speak, came up to me. I was looking the other way, just chatting with the group, and he sort of came up and tapped me on the shoulder and pointed at my cigarettes. So I was like, yeah, sure, just have one. And he took it, and then he shoved up his nose. And I can remember just looking at him going, that's not how you... Okay, and it came out his ear, then it came out his mouth again. I was like, oh, you're a magician. I was, for a good minute, I was like, no, that's not how you smoke. What are you doing? Take it out. Oh, okay. Oh, you're a magician. So that all happened. And I can show you the state I was in that night, because the guy with the white face and the big puffy nose and literally dressed as a clown, I didn't click that he was a clown. I just thought it was a random person wanting a cigarette. I mean, I was in Tenerife. There were some weird people there. But after all this, we were like, right, let's head back to the hotel. We've been there for a few hours. I was very drunk. And we were up this little street. And the taxi, I think we phoned for the taxi, came up the street. Now, in the UK, a taxi turns up. What you do is you go to the left-hand side of the car and get in, don't you?
I get in the back.
If you're going to get in the front, though, you go up to the left-hand door, as we call it the near side door, and get in. So that's what I did. The problem is in Spain and countries that drive on the wrong side of the road, that is where the driver is. Because in my drunken state, I didn't click that I shouldn't be driving. If I have one drink, I don't drive. I never have any form of alcohol and drive. But I was that pissed, I thought, oh, okay. I opened the door, saw a steering wheel, started getting in. Taxi driver didn't really speak very good English. He's like, no, senor, no, senor. I was like, get the fuck out of there. Oh, hang on, I'm not supposed to sit here.
Oh dear, James.
No, senor.
He's traumatizing people. This is why European countries despise the English.
Because we're fucking. But it's always people always think it's because we're drunk and we fight. No, it's because we try and sit on taxi drivers' laps. I might have been the best fairy adult.
It's definitely because we're drunk and we fight. Have you been on any holiday destination with other English people?
Yes.
Yeah, and they just get drunk and fight, right?
Not always. I've never had a fight outside.
89% of the time.
No, I've never had a. Hang on, no, I have. I thought other English people. I went on holiday with school with. Does that count?
Yes.
Okay,
that counts. Definitely counts.
It wasn't a proper fight. It was we were like 13 and pushed each other over a bit because we'd argued about something.
I don't have proper fights. I run away.
So I don't really count that. So I've never had a fist fight outside of the UK.
Oh well, you are one of the rare people who goes outside of the UK regularly.
You
know what? Actually, there's this guy. I'm not going to say how I know this guy because I don't want to accidentally point towards him. Well, I know him through work, but it's not specifically someone I work with. And anyway, he goes on holiday very regularly to your typical destinations, so like Barbados and yeah.
And
he's quite a
typical destination, is it?
I don't know. I thought it was because you said that.
Way too expensive to go that far.
I don't know. But anyway, he goes to it's the same sort of places that I would hear like lads' holidays go to, but the guy's like 55.
Ayia Napa, Ibiza, Lakanos.
He went to Ibiza quite recently, yeah. But anyway, he goes like 4 or 5 times a year.
So it's
He's definitely the kind of guy to go, knock back a few whiskies, and then start a fight with someone.
I know a lot of people like that, to be honest.
Whenever somebody says, like, you know, of bloody English causing trouble abroad, I think of him.
And then you know it's correct.
Yeah, it's like 55-year-old overweight fella with very homophobic views. That's all I can think of.
Sounds like a wonderful person.
Yeah, I mean, he's nice enough to me, I guess. He's got some very, very, very old-fashioned viewpoints on stuff. It's not my job to correct him on that shit. So, you know what I mean? Like, he can just go and be someone else's headache with it, unfortunately. But and I've never seen him be overtly aggressive. I've never seen him yell. I've never seen him get angry. But I just imagine that once you get a few whiskies in him, those views would be like at the forefront of his mind. Yeah, and it's just all he wants to talk about. I wanted a European. This is why I don't have friends.
Once had a European taxi driver offered to take me to a brothel.
Oh,
my parents were in the car.
See, now that's just good touristing, isn't it?
My mum and stepdad were in the car. This is the same night as I think was the first time I ever met a prostitute.
I've never met a prostitute, not that I know of.
We were in Gran Canaria, and it was the Spain-Holland World Cup final. You won't know what that means, but other people might. When it's in South Africa. I can't remember what year that had been. But and so we'd gone out to watch it, and we'd been sat in
2012.
Oh, you're Googling stuff. So the 2012.
No, it was 2012.
Do you actually know that?
I think so. Hang on. Check it before you carry on.
Could well be. Why don't you fucking check it? I tell my story. You can Google it while I tell the story.
Oh, for God's sake. At least I've got a quiet membrane keyboard.
Oh, we're not getting in this argument. But we'd gone out. We'd spoken to the hotel. So where's a good place to go watch the football? And they're like, oh, you're English. Go to this place. It was just a random bar. We got there, and there was like 4 other people in there, and it was really quiet and boring. Now, one of the reasons I love football is the atmosphere. That's what makes a game for me. So we're in this bar, and the game's on. We're like, it's okay then. And we can hear cheering and crowds. And we're like, right, fuck it, let's go find the crowd. So we did. We just wandered off. And we went down to this area. It turns out there was a Dutch bar on one side and a Spanish bar on the other side. So it was a really good atmosphere going because it was the 2 teams playing each other in the final. So we decided to go to the Spanish bar. I don't know why we picked the Spanish bar. We just did. I think it looked better. So we went in there. And at this point, I think Spain... No, they wouldn't have been winning yet because we got there quite early. But the party was really going, and it was happy hour. So my stepdad went up to order some drinks. I couldn't drink legally at the time. I was only 2012. How old would I have been? Math. I'd have been 20. Okay. I might have been 20. I didn't think I was old enough to drink. It can't be 2012. Have you Googled it yet?
I can't. There wasn't a World Cup that year.
South Africa. Just Google South Africa World Cup.
I forgot where you said it was.
2010. That makes more sense. I'd have been
2010. Okay, so I was close.
It was the year I'd have been 18, but I'd have been 17 at the time because of how the years fall and all that lot.
Oh my god! I just realised how warm it is in here. I've had the heating on for about 18 minutes.
So So we go into this bar. My stepdad goes to order drinks, and he comes back with 9 drinks. He comes back with 9 drinks, and we're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I ordered 3 beers, but apparently it's double happy hour, so you order 1 and you get 3."
Wow. Okay, that's a thing.
Yeah, it was very big party atmosphere, and so we were in this bar, and where we'd sat
happy hour.
We'd sat quite close to the bar, and I didn't have a great view, so I decided to stand on the table. I wasn't sober. I think I sat on the table first.
What were you trying to look at?
The football.
The football. Right. Okay.
But at this point, I started singing the songs with them. Now my Spanish is okay at best. It was better then. I could just about have a conversation if they knew I didn't speak Spanish. They spoke really slowly for me. But I can't sing in Spanish. I don't know the songs. But in football, the tunes are the same. So I was just humming and like la-la-la-ing the tune. Now this ended up being that I was stood on a table with a load of Spanish people because I was in an England shirt. Very clearly English, in an England shirt. Beer in each hand. Loving it. And so I ended up joining these Spanish people. We were just all in a big pile singing and chanting and all that lot. And so I just didn't pay for a drink that night at this point. They just kept giving me drinks, so I got more and more drunk. And the game went on for a while, obviously. Well, 90 minutes.
Is this when you woke up naked at the side of the motorway?
No. But even after the game finished, we still stayed there for a bit because my parents were enjoying it. It's a huge party atmosphere. They've just won the World Cup for a very big footballing nation, so it is a massive, great party. And we were in this bar, and we were really getting the swing of it. So I went to the toilet, and in there was a woman. Now, I didn't really click anything of it because I was that pissed at the time. But she looked at me and said €5 and then pointed. And I didn't get what that meant until afterwards. I told someone this story like a year later. They were like, "No, that was definitely a prostitute." It might have been more
and a
than
cheap one
€5.
by the sound.
It might have been more. I can't remember how much it was, but they said something euro, and I was just like, "Oh, okay then." And it was like I said about a week after I said something. They're like, "I was supposed to." I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't click that. I just ignored them." But so I didn't think went back out. We started partying at this point. Then it started to get a bit late in the evening, and I think the bar closed quite early because all the bartenders wanted to go get drunk and party.
Hey James, I have a question for you.
Go on.
Out of all this is what I picked up from it. Have you ever paid for sex?
No.
Is it something you would never answer truthfully on a podcast? Or?
I've never needed to, so I don't think I would ever either.
Oh, Mr. Stud over here.
I mean, not obviously, but I
am
enough.
drowning in pussy.
No, I'm not. It's been quite.
I hate what I just said, by the way. That's not how I talk. I hate that word.
Tell Charlotte you said that.
I need to mouthwash now. You can tell her she listens to these.
Oh, poor girl.
I don't know why she subjects herself to it. I don't know why anybody subjects
I don't know why she
subjects
herself to you.
No, me neither. And it's not my money or my looks or anything, really. No, I don't have anything. What do I offer, really? A safe pair of hands.
Yeah. Mackie's discount.
She gets that herself now. She just switched jobs to work with me.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what you're offering then. But, so anyway, we leave this bar, and we try to get a taxi back to the hotel, which was a fucking mistake, because the whole road was gridlocked, because everybody's out partying. We're sat in the taxi, chatting to the taxi driver, well, I am, because he didn't speak a word of English. And there's people running down the street with, like, massive, great Spanish flags, like, dragging them over all the cars and all that lot. There's people cheering out the windows and everything. It was really good fun. And I've been.
It sounds horrible to me. That doesn't sound anything like fun.
I was chatting away to the taxi driver, and he was just like, he basically said, I'm not going to say it in Spanish, I'm going to say it in English, because I don't know Spanish. I'm finishing work now. You guys are going to be my last drop, because I had to get the car home, and I live nearby where you wanted the taxi. But I'm going out with some friends afterwards, and we're going to a brothel. Do you want to come?
Oh, wow. Okay.
The thing is I didn't know the Spanish word for brothel.
Oh. Do you know it now?
I can't remember it. So it ended up being between me and him in Pidgin English and me in Pidgin Spanish, trying to explain brothel to work out what it was. And my parents sat in the back just going, what? What
Your parents?
Well, my mum and stepdad.
God, I thought you were on holiday with friends.
No, when we went to the football, my parents were with me.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Because they're football fans as well, so they were more up for it. I said it was my stepdad that came back with the loads of drinks. But yeah, so we're chatting away, and I think
that just shows how much
I think at some point
hand
hand gestures appeared with money in his hand, just trying to explain what he meant.
Oh my God!
I just saw my stepdad in the mirror, just sat there going, "What are they?" Oh, like all three of us went on the same way. We were like, "Oh, that's what he means." He's like, "No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, mate, I'm all right. Cheers." It was just,
that's disgusting. Why is that so normal?
Weird. No, it's not normal.
No, it's not normal at all.
But that was such a fun evening.
We're going to go and pay for hanky panky. Want to tag along? I'm sorry, call me old fashioned, James, but that doesn't seem like a group activity to me. You know what I mean? It's not like, what are you and the lads doing? Oh, we're going spoons and we're going for a fucking orgy.
But I do remember him saying that you had to pre-book because they knew once the World Cup had been won,
you had to pre-book at the brothel.
The brothel knew they were going to be busy.
God, that just brings whole new meaning for like I'm full all evening. Like, oh my God.
It's just like, that just sounds like hell, doesn't it?
I'm afraid I don't have any openings in that half an hour.
Oh. They're all full. Conveyor of guys just keep rolling through.
Oh, for God's sake, I feel sick. It's not even. We've got 10 minutes or so. Oh.
Would you like to know a penis fact? On this
God's
conversation.
Sake, why are we? No, oh no.
Do you know why it's the shape it is?
I don't know. To get it so you can impregnate a woman. That's why it's the shape
to clear other people's semen out, so yours stays in there and makes it more likely to impregnate a woman. That's why it's got the little head, mushroomy head.
Oh.
I learned that on Discovery Channel.
Oh my God. No, oh, Jesus Christ. We were designed for sloppy seconds. Is that what you say? I hate Jay, I hate this so much. This entire podcast has done nothing but give me fucking hives.
You're hoping this audio gets scrambled, aren't you?
Yeah, why couldn't you have broken your microphone for this one? This is going to need a mature rating on it. We can't put this on YouTube.
All of our podcasts have mature rating.
Oh, this
Being
is horrible,
friends with me has a mature rating.
It should have some sort of disclaimer for me to sign.
You did.
Like, I feel like I was... When Connor introduced me, who, by the way, I rarely talk to now, I was never prepared for this.
Like 6 years down the line, you'd be making a podcast talking about the reason your penis is mushroom-shaped.
This is what he did, though, isn't it? He fobbed you off to me. Our entire friendship, our entire working relationship was building up for him to just say, like, there's James, haha, see ya, I'm going to Manchester. That was it.
Sorry, is that your Connor impression? God. Do that again?
That wasn't a Connor impression. I didn't swear or tick. Connor has Tourette's, just for clarity.
I refer to him as Mr. Twitchy.
And I don't. You refer to him as what?
Mr. Twitchy.
Mr. Twitchy.
I just messaged him on Facebook saying, Mr. Twitchy, and he was just like, don't call me that.
This isn't bullying someone with Tourette's, by the way. He comes up with these terms himself.
He does. He's just as bad as we are. He's worse than we are. He was like, Mr. Twitchy. He was like, I don't like the Mr. bit. The Twitchy was fine. He didn't like being called Mr.
Yeah, he doesn't like being addressed formally, the poor lad. That's just years of emotional abuse that are just pouring out into one sentence.
There is nothing formal about Connor.
No, except that time we got a formal warning, but we don't talk about that.
I got drunk with Connor and we fell off the back of an army truck once.
That's a very odd situation.
His uncle's in the Marines.
Oh yeah, I've met him before.
And he'd come down to like a end of year or end of like season.
In fact, I saw him in Tesco a few days ago and he remembered me before I remembered him. I must be a memorable kind of guy. That's right, I got recognised.
You're famous. He listens to the podcast.
You're that bloke off the computer. That's right. No, you're that bloke. Get off the computer.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Just in Curry's there, you know.
You're in his house, that was the problem.
You again. Get out.
chases you with a fucking slipper. He's a Marine. Don't do that, Pete. He's going to kill you.
I was going to say, yeah, he would kill me with that slipper.
But yeah, they had like the.
He seemed like a nice enough bloke.
He did to me as well. But yeah, they're the end of season party sort of thing. So Connor and his mum and sister all came down for it. Well, Lympstone, where the Royal Marine training camp is about 40 minutes up the road from me. So we were chatting. He was like, "I'm going to Lympstone." I was like, "You realise that's up the road? We could hang out one evening or one afternoon or whatever." He was like, "Oh yeah, we could do." And then he phoned me about an hour later saying he'd spoken to his uncle. It's fine, I can come to the party as well. I was like, "All right then."
Oh, there you go. Do you know what? Actually, they're a lovely family.
Yes,
they're so welcoming. Like every last one of them, so nice.
But so we ended up. It was like a cider festival as well, because obviously we're down in the West Country. There's a lot of good ciders down here, like local ciders sort of thing. So it was a cider festival, so we were drinking all these as well. They're fucking gorgeous. I'm not a huge cider drinker, but the local ones are really nice. And we're drinking away on these, and it ended up being me, Connor, his uncle, whose name I can't remember. Anthony?
I don't think I ever knew his name.
Anthony's his dad, isn't it? Anyway, his uncle, and then one of the training officers and his partner and the dog. The dog was awesome. It was just us five left. There'd been like 100 people there during the day. It was just us five left awake. Sat at this laptop on the back of the army truck, which is where the music was being played from, just playing stupid, cheesy songs like Queen and Tenacious D and all that lot. And me and Connor were proper drunk, pint in one hand, arm around the other guy. We just fell off the back of the army truck.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
It was quite a fun night.
I don't have any stories like that because I don't go anywhere or get drunk. I'm
No.
probably the worst person in the world to start a podcast with, James, because I don't have any life stories like that.
Yeah, but I have enough that you can judge me on.
There was a time me and my brother had a fight at Christmas at my grandparents.
Why? Tell us about your
can't
Christmas
really
fight.
Remember.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I don't remember what happened. We got frustrated at each other for no reason. It was during the time when like I was sort of moving out. I was like 16, 17 at the time, and me and my girlfriend at the time, we were sort of just off doing our own thing. But from what I can remember, there was a bit of an issue with the fact that I don't even know. It was like, I guess I kind of went from being known where to be found all the time, so I'd be sat at the computer 24/7 unless I was at school, and then it went from that to just never being around ever again, and then the only times that we ever saw each other, it was a little bit strained or something. I don't really know. It was so long ago, and then we just ended up having a fight over nothing.
Your brother listens to the podcast, doesn't he?
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
Get him to. Oh, what's his name?
What do you mean? What's his name? Come on.
Does it begin with
We
A?
used to give him a shout out It does begin with an A, yeah.
Is it Adam?
No.
Damn it! Is it Anthony?
No. No. It's Andy.
Andy, damn it! Hi, Andy. Andy, if you remember this reason why you had a fight, if you can actually remember better than Pete can, tell him to, or text him to let him know to listen.
It's very, very unlikely he remembers better than I do. And I'm not insulting him.
I
there.
believe
It's just
you,
we
Andy.
both
I believe
have-
you are a better person than Pete.
We both have the exact same out of sight, out of mind attitude sort of thing. So once it's gone, it's gone.
I
It doesn't
believe
matter
you're the
anymore.
better person than him. You're going to remember, and you're going to text him to bring it up in the next
It's
podcast.
not difficult to be a better person than me, is it?
No, granted, it's not. But I still want to know the story.
All right, we'll see if we get anything out of that.
I'll just bring up the hairy toe again.
Right, no, we're calling an end to this podcast right now if that hairy toe comes up once more. Is that the audio that corrupted the hairy toe?
Oh, it
Or has that
might
already
be.
gone out?
I don't know. We'll have to ask one of our listeners.
Has the hairy toe come up?
I think it has, because I
Jeez.
moaned about having a decent time. Yes, it is, because it's Guilty Pleasure.
Yeah.
It's Guilty Pleasure, because I was like, I made the
You
title.
need to change that.
I
Change
know.
that title right now.
No, because I have to re-edit the video, and I don't like editing.
You don't have to re-edit the video. You just have to change
But
the
the
name
title
of
is in the video. I know you don't watch our podcast, but I put the title in the video.
So you just put the title of the video differently, and
No,
then when
no,
people
no,
watch
no,
it,
no,
they
no,
don't
no.
even care.
No.
Just change the title of the video. Nobody's going to care.
We'll do it as a 10-year anniversary special.
What do you mean?
But in 10 years...
Change the
when
title of a video.
When we remaster all of them, we'll change the
Yeah,
title and
because we're
remaster.
storing all these. Yeah, I don't know where we're storing them. I haven't stored the
YouTube.
first 7. We would download them from YouTube and remaster them.
I have them all on my hard drive. Actually, I have them all on my
James, if I'm still talking to you for an hour a week in 10 years' time, then I really...
We better be getting paid for this.
Yeah, I don't think I can do this voluntarily for much longer. I've already had words with your parents. They agree that I should be given some sort of child support for looking after you.
No, I think once they're 18, they stop caring about me. Out you get. Fuck off. But this is a good time to end the podcast now, I think, because we are about time, which means that you should like and subscribe on YouTube, download it on Spotify. If you want to talk to us, let us know on Twitter, which is our mouths. Don't bother on Instagram, because even though it is at our mouths, we don't use it. And email us at wordsfromourmouths@gmail.com.
Actually, you know what? Do email us. Email us. Email us with anything you want, and I will read them out for you. Not even topics, just anecdotes.
Email us anything that is YouTube friendly, and we'll read it out.
Well, we'll decide. Send us whatever you want, and then we'll read out what's YouTube friendly. Don't worry about it. If you want to send us some absolutely sordid material, that's fine. We'll do the filtering out on this end.
Penis.
See, I don't think you can do much worse than James, to be honest.
I'm so tempted to cut it there.
Yeah, you probably the one bit of editing you do in the whole podcast.
Just end it there.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully not boys and girls, because this was not suitable for children. This has been Words From Our Mouths. I've been Pete. That's been James. We'll talk to you again next week.
Bye.